Hi, I'm glad you could join me today. Today we're going to make a little treat that most people who have celiac are kind of cut out of the loop. We're going to make an ice cream pie. And how we're going to make that is we're going to use a crust that's very similar to the old-fashioned graham cracker crust, except we're going to use ground up gluten-free flakes. Now they're crispy flakes, but make sure that they're gluten-free. Where we've got 1/4 cup of chocolate chips, we've got 1/4 cup of butter, we have a little chocolate square we're going to grind up for the top, and I have the ice cream in the freezer. All we're going to do is butter the dish, which I've already done to save time, and I'm going to go grind these up and melt the chocolate chips and the butter together. And then when I come back I'll have the crumbs and this all ready to show you how to put it together. Okay, now I've melted the chocolate chips and the butter, and you can see it's quite juicy. I've also ground up these cereal flakes to a fine powder. Now I use my food processor, but you can do it with a, rolling pin, a blender, whatever you want. You want it to be as dusty as possible. Then I'm just going to pour those flakes in there that are all ground up. I'm going to stir them around, and I'm going to make a chocolatey base for our ice cream pie. I think you're going to enjoy this if you like ice cream. Now if you have a lactose intolerance and you can't do this, you can use margarine, leave out the chocolate, and use a lactose-free ice cream. And you can still have a nice little treat. There, as you can see, it's kind of juicy. I'm going to put it in here. I'm just going to scrape it all into the pie plate, and then I'm going to spread it around. I'm going to pack it all down. Now you need to let this cool before you put the ice cream in, otherwise your ice cream will melt and make your bottom all soggy. So I usually put it in the freezer for a few minutes to let it harden up, and then once it's hardened up we'll proceed with the next step, and I'll show you how to put the ice cream in there. And just the only thing you need to remember is if you're not going to serve it right away after you've put the ice cream in it, put a piece of plastic wrap over it and stick it in the deep freeze until about 10 minutes before you're going to serve it, and then take it out at that point. And that's all there is to this recipe, and you can use any flavor of ice cream you like, whatever makes you happy. If you like plain old vanilla, you can use plain old vanilla. If you like raspberry sherbet, whatever you want. You can use frozen yogurt, as long as it's gluten-free. Make sure that your ice cream is gluten-free. I'm going to go in the fridge now, into the freezer I mean, for about 10 minutes till it sets up a bit. Okay, now I've taken my little crust out of the freezer, and as you can see the dish is nice and cold and the little crust is quite firm now. This is my container of ice cream. In the directions I had said a liter, but I bought 2 liters because it was a little less money, so you can do what you see fit. I've got a damp, wet spoon here. I'm going to pile this ice cream out and put it into my little dish. The flavor I chose was black cherry, because I thought it would go nice with the chocolate, but you can use whatever flavor you like. And as I said, you can use lactose free if you like, you can use a frozen yogurt, you can use a sherbet, whatever you like. It'll just be something nice for someone who has had celiac and isn't able to have any of these nice delicious ice cream treats that most people can just go to the store and buy. So it's kind of a nice thing. Okay, at this point I'm just going to show you what it looks like after you've got it all smashed in there. You can smooth the top with the back of the spoon and a little warm water. Now I'm going to put shaved chocolate on top of this, but if you like, depending on your flavor of ice cream, you could put peanut butter chips on there, you could put coconut, you could put peanuts, whatever you like. I thought it would be nice with the chocolate bottom too. Grate up a little bit of chocolate and throw it on top of the ice cream before I put it back in the freezer. At this point, if you wanted to, you could take it right straight to the table and serve it, or you could put it back in the freezer with a plastic wrap over it until it's time to serve it. And you really should take it out 10 minutes before to let it soften up a little bit before you set it on the table to slice. The little secret I'm going to tell you is if you take a warm knife with a little bit of water on it, it'll make it much easier when you go to slice this. I'm going to put plastic wrap on this and put it in the freezer again, and you'll have the opportunity to enjoy this if you decide to make it.